Hello, my people. Good day to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, thank you for tuning in every single day to listen to me on Daily Mind Shifts. My name is Michael Lujola for Mindset Transformation Africa. And on today's episode, I want to talk about our unique ability to increase moments, to put more value in moments. Let me anchor this episode on this statement. We all have the unique ability to increase the value of moments by our commitment to maximize each of them. We all have this unique ability to increase the value of moments by our commitment to maximize each of them. This is not just a quote, all right? It is a call. It is not just a sentence. It is a spotlight on our lives, a gentle but direct reminder that your most important resource is not your talent, not your network, not even your money. It is your attention. It is your commitment. It is what you choose to do with right now. And that is the moment I want us to talk about today. Let me get this out of the way early. You cannot maximize a moment that you don't recognize. And too often we live disconnected from the moment we are in because our minds are dragging us backwards into regret or throwing us forward into worry and anxiety. We miss the moment because we think the real magic is somewhere else, somewhere in the future after we accomplish the goal, or somewhere in the past when things made more sense. But here's the truth. This moment right now is the only one you actually own. You don't own your past. You don't own your tomorrow. This right now, as you're listening to this, is the only moment you actually own. It is the only one you have full creative control over. It is the only one where real change happens. You don't shift your life in a day. You shift it in a moment you choose to maximize. Let me break something down. Value doesn't come from time itself. It comes from what you bring to that time. Think of a conversation between two people, right? You've probably had maybe a 10-minute conversation that felt like a waste of your breath. It's distracted, surface level is totally empty. But then you've probably had a 5-minute conversation with someone who was fully present with you, who looked you in the eyes, who did not even check their phone, rather, who heard not just what you say, but they heard your heart. Same clock, different value. What do you think changed? The level of presence, the depths of attention, the commitment to maximize that moment. Those are the things that change. That is how we increase the value of time. Not by adding more hours to it, but by pouring more intention into them. See, here's where we need to get a little bit real, all right? Many people think they are present just because they are physically there. But being in a room and being in the moment are two different things, all right? There is a difference between showing up and being present. You can show up to work but not really working. You can sit at a dinner with family and still be in a meeting in your head. You can be at church but still be on Instagram. You can be with a friend but still be battling imaginary arguments in your head with someone else. We've confused physical proximity with mental and emotional commitment. And that is why we walk through so many moments numb. We walk through so many moments totally blind, oblivious of what is happening around us. We are no more perspicacious. We let amazing opportunities pass by simply because we were not really there. We were too caught up in replaying old sins in our mind and imagining new disasters in the future. And when we commit to maximize a moment, everything changes. When we say this moment will not be wasted on autopilot, you discover that everything shifts. Your senses wake up. Your words become more careful. Your presence becomes a gift. And the person, or maybe the task you are doing in front of you, they feel different. They feel different. Now, I want to encourage you, right? This is not about being a naturally present person. It is not about personality. It is not about being a monk. It's a discipline. It's a choice. It's a habit you can develop. It's a practice. You don't need a retreat or a new app on your phone or perfect peace around you to practice presence. No, you just need the decision. I will give this moment my best. That is what maximization looks like. You don't have to stretch time. Do you understand me? You have to feel it with thought, with effort, with heart. But you feel it. And let me tell you what starts happening when you live this way. You begin to remember more because your mind was actually there. You feel deeper connections with people because you are not rushing through conversations. You produce better work because you are not having it. You start to feel satisfied, more satisfied, even in short windows, because you actually poured something meaningful into them. The moment doesn't owe you anything, but you owe the moment your full self. You owe the moment your full self. What does it look like to maximize a moment? Let's get a little bit practical. What does maximizing a moment look like in real life? I'll give you a few examples, all right? And you will see. It's not about drama. It's about deliberateness. You are deliberate. In conversations, you put your phone face down. You listen without preparing your reply. You ask real questions. You look for the feeling behind the facts. Even 1 minute of true presence can make someone feel seen, someone feel heard, someone feel valued. And you can practice this in learning. Don't just hear the content like right now. Don't just listen to what I'm saying. Write something down. Pause and apply it today. Reflect for 60 seconds. Talk to yourself and ask yourself, how will I use this information that Mike is sharing with me? How will I use it? Learning is not it's not about how much you hear. It is about what you hold and act on. Also, at work, you can practice this. Close your tabs. Set a timer. Give one task your full brain, your full attention. You will discover that you will produce more in 20 focused minutes than you will do in 2 hours of distracted multitasking. You will produce more. In 20 minutes, you will discover that you produce more than in 2 hours of distracted multitasking. And in prayer or even in meditation, don't rush it. Don't just pray because you have to pray. Pray because you want to pray. And when you pray, pray. Sometimes the prayer will be 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 second, or 60 minutes, or 60 seconds. Some will go for hours. But pray. Don't check the clock. Pray. Don't rush in. All right? Don't rush it to be able to say, I prayed now. No. Sit still, breathe, and stay there. Let it be sacred. Even if it is short, let it be real. Let it be sacred. In whatever service you are into, you can practice this. When someone needs you, be there for them. Be reliably there with them. Be all in. Don't just fix them. Feel what is happening around you. Feel it. Don't just respond. Show up. It could change the tone of their entire week. It could change all of their lives. These are not grand gestures, all right? They are quiet shifts that multiply value. They multiply value. Let me just tie this back to the main point. We increase the value of a moment by our commitment to maximize it. So here's the deal. Your commitment is what multiplies the meaning in your life, not the setting, not the mood, not the background music or the weather or how much sleep you got. Your commitment. When you decide to pour yourself in, to pour in, what you choose to respond to be responsible for, how willing you are to fully engage. See, those are commitments. I've been in very ordinary places, waiting rooms, lounges, traffic jams that became sacred moments to me because I chose to be fully in them. I chose to reflect, to breathe, to pray, to observe, to learn, to call, to write, to plan, to forgive, to shift. And this is what I realized. It is not about the conditions. It is about the commitment. As you go today, I want you to go with this. You don't need more time. You need more commitment to the time that you already have. And you cannot control the length of your day, but you can control the depth of your moment. And you do that by choosing moment by moment to maximize. So today, Don't aim for perfect. Don't aim for ideal. Don't